Network connection. I think that I'm live. Yep. Yep. Hello everyone. Happy Thursday. Hello everyone. Happy Thursday. Oh, I guess we need to turn down the volume on all of the devices, Darlene. There we go. I don't think I can zoom in on a live video.
I don't know how to do that. I don't think you can either.
Okay, well, we're live. It's 3 o'clock. Here we go. Welcome to my Thursday at 3 here on Facebook. Let's see, first things first, we're going to go over our winner for last week. You were entered into the drawing by leaving a comment and sharing my video. And the winner this time is Linda Kimmel. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Linda, you are the winner, so I will need you to personal message me your mailing address, or you can send it to me through email, darlenestampandspot@gmail.com. And congratulations. If I remember correctly, last week was the first week I'd seen you be able to join me live, so that's awesome. And then next week's giveaway is this bolt of Baker's Twine, and like I said, all you have to do is leave a comment and share my video, and this could be in your mailbox next week. Okay, I've got a couple of announcements we'll go over. Not really announcements, just things that are happening in my stamping world. Let me see which one's first. This is first. So this is a new home decor project. Last year I started doing these just about every month. There was a holiday. We started with Valentine's and we went all the way through Christmas. And then so now this year I'm focusing more on home decor pieces rather than a seasonal, because most of my customers have taken these classes and so they have the seasonal pieces, and I thought this would just be a great addition to add to those. So this is my Everything Thankful Fall Decor Home Piece Sampler, and this is a class that's going to be held at my favorite Starbucks. And if you've been to one of my classes before, you know where the Starbucks is. And let's see, it is September 27th. And the deadline to register for this class is September 23rd. So you just need to email me, darlenestampandspot@gmail.com, for the link to register. And the class is $40. It's all inclusive, including the frame, adhesive, stamps, ink, paper, everything you need to put this together for 40 bucks. I do have a to-go option. If you're interested in that, please email me and let me know, and I can give you the pricing and the options for that. So this is showing off one of our new stamp sets from the holiday catalog, Country Lane, along with the new 10-tile embossing folder that I'm in love with, and a little bit of the yummy paper that coordinates with that suite. This is an 8x8 size frame, so it's one of the smaller ones. I usually either do an 8x8 or a 12x12. If you already have the frame and you just want the supplies at class, then the cost is $27. So you'll just need to let me know that when you email me which option you want, so I can get you registered for the right one. Okay, and then the very next night, let's see, that's Thursday the 27th. Friday the 28th is Stampin' Bingo, and that is going to be at Papuli's in the Quarry at 6:30. The cost is $30. You can see all of the information on my blog, and I will link that below once the live video has ended, where you can see all the details about what's included. We did it last month and we had so much fun. And everybody was just anxious to get another one in. So I'm ending September strong. I've got some back-to-back class opportunities and events happening for you guys. So I'm excited about that. And then the next day, which is Saturday, I'm just, it's really hitting me that I've just scheduled these, 3-4 days in a row. I've got things going on, but I just wanted to be able to share everything with you guys. So the 29th is from 2 to 4 p.m. We are going to put together this project kit. This is a Timeless Tidings project kit. It makes 20 Christmas cards, 5 each of 4 different designs, and they come with beautiful envelopes, and everything that you need put together will be at the class. So you purchase the kit, and then I bring the ink, the stamps, and everything else that you need to put this together. So like I said, it's 20 cards. There's 4 different designs here. I've got some of mine partially put together here. You can kind of see how pretty they are. These watercolored images on the fronts of the cards. That's all done for you. You're just sticking that down on the front, and they just are gorgeous. I don't know in the video how they're coming across, but they're absolutely beautiful. And so that class is $28, and that's Saturday the 29th. And again, you can email me for the link to register for that class. So a couple of different things going on through the end of the month for me for September. Let me see. I don't think I have anything else going on. I'm going to go ahead and get started on today's project. This is what we're making, a version of it. This is using the Trick or Tweet stamp set from the holiday catalog, and this one is really cute. It's got all of these line art images that are just great for coloring. You could leave them black and white too if you wanted. You don't have to color them, but I've been having a lot of fun coloring them with blends and with matte pencils. What are those things? Colored pencils, watercolor pencils. Good Lord. Yeah, and so they're just some fun little images here, and they've got some really great sayings. So we're using this stamp set today. And if you remember the project that I made last week, well, let me back up for just a second. I put a little poll out a couple of days ago on Facebook if you guys wanted to see a Halloween card or a Halloween 3D item, and the 3D item got the popular vote. So that's where the idea came from. And so last week I made a version of this bag. Remember, this was the no cutting, no gluing bag that we made. And I've been making them with all different designs of the paper and everything. So this is the one that I made. So this is how today's creation started, was with this paper and the ribbon, and I wanted to use it again. And so I figured, just in case the card one, I needed to have a card to demo. So here's where the card came from, of course being inspired by this paper and the ribbon, which are both on here. And then the cute little elephant, I think, is my favorite out of the Trick or Tweet set. It's just so stinking cute. So then, of course, I had a backup plan if the 3D item won. So we're going to make this box using these elements with the paper, the elephant, and the ribbon. And so let's get started. Put this over here in the corner. So the supplies you need, let's see, let me pull out I gotta have notes, I can't remember. Okay, so your cardstock is 4 1/4 by 7 3/8, and we're gonna score that together in just a minute. I've got a couple of scraps of Whisper White, and it needs to be at least a 3-inch scrap just to fit that elephant on there, and we're going to punch that out with a circle punch. I've already die cut this circle, and it's number 6. If you remember how in the video back in one of my very first tutorials where I showed you why I number and how I number my dies, this just means it's the 6th from the smallest, and it's about 2.5 inches, because we're going to punch the elephant out with a 2 1/4. So you just want something that's a little larger. I've got a scrap for our sentiment, and then our DSP piece is 2 1/8. It's 2 1/8 by 2 7/8. Okay. So what I want to do first is stamp our image so that he can be drying while we score our box. So let me let's see. we've got our elephant, and I'm using the Batty for You sentiment because he's got the bat costume on. And I just have I have 2 pieces of Whisper White just in case I muck it up. You really don't have to be exact where you're placing it depending on the size of your scrap. You just want to make sure that you can cut them out with that 2 1/4 inch circle punch. And I'm using our Memento ink because I'm going to be using the Stampin' Blends to color him in. So there we go, perfect. And then the Batty for You, I'm going to bring in my, I don't think I told you the color. This is Mango Melody. And we're going to be using the classic label punch for this. So I'm just going to get that right down here. Okay, like I said, we're going to let those dry for a minute. We're done with our stamping. I will clean those in just a minute when we're done over here. And I'm going to bring in the Simply Scored scoring tool so that I can show you how we're going to score this. Okay, so on the, let's see, this is the outside of our box. Okay, so on the long side, the 7 3/8 inch side, we are going to score at, I've got these markers are on here and they're not even for this project. So hang on, let me move those out of the way because that's going to confuse me. Okay, so 1 1/4, 3 1/2, 4 3/4, and 7. And remember, when you're using the scoreboard, you kind of just set your stylus right down in here into this groove, and with firm pressure, you don't have to press on it too hard. You just want to draw it straight back to get that score line. Okay, and then we're going to flip it, and we're going to do 1 1/4 again, and that's going to form the bottom of the box. Okay, done with that. Go ahead and fold on all of those score lines, and I'm going to use my bone folder, get a nice crisp crease. Hey Marissa, I'm glad you're able to join me today. Okay, so there is all of our scoring. We're going to do a little bit of cutting. So basically we need to cut off this little rectangle. We don't need this. So we're going to come straight up to the left of that score line, and then we're just going to kind of do this just at a little bit of an angle. And then up at the top, another slight angle. It helps to get the box to come together. Okay, so let me show you, let me get this in the right angle. Okay, so the 2 rectangle pieces here, you don't want to cut into those at all. So what we're cutting into are the little squares, and those become our glue tabs. So we're going to come straight up, I'm to the right of that score line, and then I'm just going to come in and kind of just basically we're cutting that score line out. I don't know if you can tell, if you can see that, but it's just a sliver. It doesn't have to be a whole lot. And we're going to do that on all 4 of these tabs. Last one. Okay, and that's it. And so what we're going to do, let's see, I'm going to use tear and tape and then just some snail. Okay, so here is our adhesive tab that's going to hold the box together. It's going to form the box. And yes, you can tear this tape, but I've got such a little strip that I'm on. I'm afraid that I might rip the cardstock, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut it. But you can tear it. And look at what I just did. I got it stuck. Oh well, that's going to be hopefully the back of the box. Let me see. Yeah, it's the back of the box. So don't do what I just did. Okay, so that means this is the front of the box, so we're going to put some of the tear and tape here. And this time I am just going to tear it. gonna come together like this. This goes down, this goes down, and that goes down, okay? You can add more tape if you want, depending on what you're sticking in this. I'm not gonna have anything too heavy going down in it. So I think that that's enough. Okay, I'm gonna grab our piece of designer paper and I'm just gonna use snail to attach that. I should make, you know what, I am gonna make this the front. It's gonna put the seam in the wrong spot. No, I won't be able to do it. That's okay. I'm gonna do it like this, like I had planned. And this is a really, really skinny border. It almost covers the whole front of it. But besides our elephant, it's the other star of the show, this pretty paper. Okay, let's get to, you know what I didn't bring over is, let me grab it. I don't have anything to stick under me while I color, so hang on just a second. Okay, I'm just gonna use this. I don't know what this is. It's scrap. Okay, so I've got light and dark smoky slate and light and dark mango melody blends. And I'm going to start with the dark mango melody, and I'm using the fine point little end, not the brush end, the other one. And I'm just going to kind of do a little outline around the image, and then I'm going to come in with the light, and I'm going to kind of just fill everything in. I'm not worrying about blending yet. And so then once I get it all filled in, then I'm going to go back and work on blending those so you don't have that harsh line in between the two colors. And it's that simple. That's all you have to do. You don't have to do a whole lot. It can be intimidating. I know I've been practicing a lot with these and really working with them, and I think that the more you use them, the more confident you'll be. Okay, so that's it with the mango melody. And again, I'm going to bring in my dark smoky slate. And I'm just going to kind of go around the lines of little elephant. Maybe do all his little tail right there. I hadn't practiced coloring him before, so I'm kind of going on the fly here, which is not something normal for me, so I think it's going to turn out fine though. Okay, so there's all of the dark laid down. So now I'm going to bring in the light. And you know what? I think I'm going to use the bigger end because I've got a larger area just to kind of do the fill. And then I'll switch over to that other tip to go in to do the blending, I think. See how that works. Okay, so now I'm going to switch ends, and I'm going to come back over here, and now I'm just going to kind of do little circles around where the dark and the light first meet. And just kind of blend them in, kind of like to just do one area, go and then go move on, go around the whole image, and then you can, when you come back after it's dried a little bit, then you can blend some more. So come back over here, do a little more blending. He's so cute. And I think, well, here, we're almost finished. Let me just do right around here on his front feet, his legs. And then I'm just going to kind of fill in the rest of that right there, and I'm going to call him done. And I think he's cute. You know what I'm gonna bring in back. I'm gonna bring back in the dark Mango Melody, that smaller end, and I'm just gonna give his little toenails some of that mango. I didn't really prepare for that. I didn't know what color to color those. So there, and I think he looks cute. Okay, so that's it for the coloring. And I've got my 2 1/4 inch circle punch. I'm just gonna slide him in, and like that. There we go. And then I'm gonna bring in the classic label punch and punch out my sentiment. If I can grab a hold of it. I do like, because this is a clear mount red rubber stamp, I do like to stamp it first and then punch it. That way I get it lined up a little better. Okay. The only other thing we've got to do before we put everything together is I'm going to bring in our, I just lost the name. I don't remember the name of this punch. Trio punch. Gosh, I'll have the correct name on the supply list for the blog post. But what it does is, this is it's a ribbon hole. So there's a line right here in the front of the punch right here. Can you see that? Do I have it tilted? There we go. Okay, so this is kind of like your center point. So hello Ada K, thanks for joining me. So it's got these little stoppers here too. So you're gonna put your paper in all the way up till the stoppers, and then I'm gonna do my best to try to center it using that line, and it doesn't have to be exact. Don't stress about it. And then what you wanna do with these punches is you press in the middle no matter which shape you're using. And there we go, just like that. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is the same thing on the other side, and see if I can't get that lined up. Now the other thing you could do, oops, there we go. It was a little harder earlier, I guess, because it had the DSP, even though it was a thin layer. Okay, if you didn't want to do the ribbon slot, I'll show you a couple of different options at the end of how you can close up your bag or leave it open. Okay, so now we're ready to take off the backing of the tear and tape right there, and then it's on our front flap. Hey Terry Lynn, glad you're here. So now this is just going to come all the way over, and then this just should meet up just right. Press that down. These flaps go in. The back one comes up. And you just want to make sure that your box is square, and you're going to bring that front flap over and press that down. And then I like to take one of the glue bottle, fits in here really well, and just kind of press down on that bottom so that adhesive really sticks. Okay? Okay, I think that I'm going to put snail on the back of our stamped image here and put him onto that Mango Melody circle. And remember, press from the back. I don't have inky fingers today, yay. It's not over yet. Okay, and then let's see, let me grab my dimensionals, and I'm gonna pop this one up using our Stampin' Dimensionals. And I think, if I remember correctly, he's going to hang off the box just a smidge, but it doesn't matter, the placement. So, because these are going to be handled, I'm going to do 3. And then this is going to go right up, pretty close to the top. You kind of stick your hand in there and make sure that those are pressed down. And then I'm going to take the little sentiment. It makes me giggle. It's so cute. Okay, so I'm just gonna do glue dots. I'm gonna do one there and one almost to the middle. And I don't think I'm gonna pop the other side of it up on dimensionals. You could put a dimensional right there, a mini one, but I don't really think it's necessary. I'm just gonna stick that right down there. Okay, and so then let me show you a couple of ideas for finishing up this ribbon here. I said I had 3. There we go. There's the third option. Okay. So I've got the wonderful glittered black organdy ribbon from the holiday catalog. You can also use the solid black baker's twine, which is in the annual catalog. And then you could also not do the ribbon holes there, and you could take one of our gold library clips and pinch the bag together just like that. And then you could put a little twine bow and glue it on there, right there with a glue dot. And I don't think I showed you how that closed. So this is how the box ended up when we put it all together. And all you're gonna do is push in the little sides right there, and it'll cooperate with you. It's not too hard. And then you just pinch it closed. Now you can also just leave that open. Stick your little treats on one of our clear cellophane bags, drop it in there with a nice little bow around it, and that would be cute too. There's all kinds of different ways to do this. So if you don't have something, look and see what you do have, and you know, make that work. So I think that I am going to just do, yeah. So I'm going to use the organdy ribbon, if I can get my hands to work to get me through the end of this. And grab my ribbon scissors. There we go. And then I'm going to take the solid black baker's twine, and I'm going to wrap it around this ribbon. First I'm going to tie it in a knot so that it's not fighting me. The fingers have a mind of its own today. I'm having some trouble today, but let's see, we'll make it work. Okay, so I'm going to get that in a knot, and then that way I don't have to worry about it loosening up on me. And then you can either pull the ribbon apart to move that twine down, or you can just kind of maneuver, just kind of push it down there. There we go. Okay. And so then now I'm going to come back in and tie the twine into a bow. And this is not difficult. I'm personally just struggling with it. This is very simple. But like I said, you've got lots of different options. Let's see. Attempt number 2, and okay, got that. Okay, and then you just hold the knot while you pull your ends, and then tighten it up one last time when you're done. I think that looks cute. Okay, and then I'm just gonna snip off the ends here. And there we go. I think I need to clip those. Let me trim these just a bit. Okay, there you go. Fix that for just one. Okay, there we go. Y'all, you're getting to know me. I just can't leave things alone sometimes. Okay, well, there we go. All right, well, that is our project for today. If you have any questions about the sizes or anything, products that I used, let me know. You can leave a comment here or message me, email me, darlenestampinspot@gmail.com. And if you want to sign up for one of my classes that I've got coming in the next week or so, you can also email me, darlenestampinspot@gmail.com. And I will see you guys next week. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.